Mr. Chair, dahil natanong na po halos lahat ng katanungan sa ating mga witnesses, pwede ko po bang maidirect ang aking katanungan sa mayor po ngayon ng Banban Tarlac?
Please proceed.
Nasaan po ba si mayor ng Banban Tarlac? Mayor, paano po kayo naging mayor ng Banban Tarlac? Paano po kayo nakaupo ngayon bilang mayor?
Magandang gabi po sa mga kagalang-galang na mababatas sa kapulungan ito. Ako po yung first councilor na...
Naka-oath na po ba kayo?
Opo.
Okay, thank you.
Opo, Your Honor. First councilor po as independent noong 2022 election. At nung po yung mayor namin na suspende, nag-acting vice mayor po ako. And then yung pong lumabas yung ng ombudsman, yung kasong ipinail sa amin lahat, ako lang po yung naiwan, Your Honor. Kaya ako po yung naging acting mayor ngayon sa kasalukuyan. August 14 po, nung mag-assume ako ng office, and then matatapos po ng November 14, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, paano po kayo, anong dahilan kung bakit po kayo naging naupong mayor at hindi kayo nasuspinde?
Sa pag-issue po ng sunyuan, Your Honor, dun sa letter of no objection, ako lang po yung nag-iisang councilor na nag-oppose dun sa pag-issue ng letter of no objection dun sa company na sunyuan.
Bakit po kayo nag-object, Mr. Chair?
Sa dahilan po nung hearing po namin na regular session, wala pong pinapakita sa akin, Your Honor, na kahit anong dokumento na letter of intent, DTI, at naitanong ka rin po kung sino yung may-ari. Wala po silang may pakita sa akin dokumento, Your Honor.
Ibig sabihin po, Mr. Chair, pumasa po sa council yung mga dokumento nung kumpanya na walang ipinapakitang DTI, letter of intent, o kahit anong dokumento ng kanyang papeles yung kumpanyang nag-apply sa inyo?
Noong pong panahon na yon, Your Honor, patapos na po yung session namin at hindi po nakakalendar. Yung request po nila na resolution na letter of no objection. Sa pagkakalong ko po, mindadali po naman kasama namin at nasuspend po yung house rule namin ni Councilor Rainer Rivera at sineconded po ni Councilor Judge Sales. Outnumber po ako sa pagkakataon yun, Honor. Pero kahit nag-iisa po ako, lumabang pa rin po ako at nag-privilege speech. At sabi ko nga po sa do sa minutes of meeting namin, dahil po sa nangyaring nagdaang panahon na ilang beses na raid ng yung kumpanyang Hongsen, nung time ko po, nanaw po ako bilang councilor, kaya ayoko na pong mangyari ulit yung nangyaring raid nung nakaraan. Kaya sabi ko nga po, pag-aralan muna namin mabuti dahil yung sa mga nakarang administrasyon na raid na po. Kaya lang po, na-outnumber po ako, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Chair, before, na-raid na po siya before?
Opo, Your Honor.
Tingin mo, Mr. Chair, bakit po inaprubahan ng council yung permit ng kumpanya kahit walang DTI, walang letter of intent, wala lahat? Tingin nyo bakit inaprubahan ng council yon? Kasi napaka-pagtataka naman, di ba? Walang mga permit, walang mga dokumento, wala lahat, pero inaprubahan ng council?
Yun din po ang pinagtataka ko, Your Honor, bakit nga po nangyari yung bagay na yon. Hindi ko po malaman kung anong dahilan, bakit po sinuspende yung house rule namin. Hindi ko po alam kung sinong may pakananon o sino yung nag-gudyok para po isuspend yung house rule namin, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, nung bang pagkatapos na ipasa ng council yung dokumento ng kumpanya, Meron ka bang nakitang pagbabago sa buhay ng mga konsehal? Meron bang nakabili ng kotse? Meron bang nakabili ng bahay?
Sa bagay na yon, Your Honor, doon sa bahay, wala po akong nakitang pagbabago sa mga kasama namin. Maliban po sa mga kasama kong counselor na may mga bagong sasakyan, at hindi ko po alam kung inutang yun sa bangko o car loan po, Your Honor.
So, pagkatapos may ipasa, may mga kasamahan ka na nakabili ng kotse?
Hindi ko po masabi na nabili, Your Honor. Basta may nakita po akong pagbabago, baka po car loan yun, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, after po na naipasa ng mga kasama ninyo, hindi po ba kayo kinausap bago na ipasa ni Mayor Alice Go? Hindi kayo kinausap? Hindi kayo sinabihan? Hindi ba siya nakiusap sa inyo para ipasa yung resolusyon?
Hindi ko po nakita yung presence ni Mayor Alice Go noong time na yun, Your Honor. Ang alam ko lang po, may nakikita ko sa mga kasamahan ko na may mga cellphone na hawak. Hindi ko po alam kung bakit po may mga hawak na cellphone, Your Honor. Kaya po nabigla po ako na pinagsabihan ng sekretary namin na i-agenda yung resolution na letter of no objection, Your Honor.
Sa mga konsihal na mga kasama mo, Mr. Chair, sino ang pinakamalapit doon kay Mayor Alice Go?
Alos lahat po sila, Your Honor, maliban po sa akin.
Lahat sila malalapit?
Opo.
Tanong ko lang po kay Vice Mayor. Vice Mayor? Vice Mayor? Vice Mayor, magandang gabi po.
Ay, magandang gabi po, Your Honor.
Tanong ko lang po, Vice Mayor, sa lahat po ng konsihal ng Banban, sino po ang pinakamalapit kay Mayor Alice Go?
Ang alam ko po si Honorable Councilor Rene Rivera.
Sino po ang naglapit sa inyo para aprobahan yung resolusyon para dun sa kumpanya ng Pogo?
Si Rene Rivera po nag-move ng motion to approve ang company po ng Sungyong Technology at nagsuspend po yung house. At sinabi ko po, walang mag-object this motion. And seconded by Judge Sales. Ay wala naman po nag-object, kaya yung motion po is carried and approved.
Siya po yung pinakamalapit na konsihal kay Mayor Alice Go.
Yan po ang pagkaalam ko.
Nagbago po ba ang buhay niya nung maaprobahan niyo yung resolusyon ng Pogo?
Halos the same naman po. Dahil kasi meron siyang business na manpower at saka mga canteen sa tindahan.
Ay kay Mayor Alice Go po. Mayor, gandang gabi po. Mayor, bakit po ninyo pinaaprobahan sa council yung dokumento po ng mga ng Pogo, walang letter of intent, walang DTI, wala lahat, pero naaprubahan po?
Your Honor, for that question po, I invoke my right against self-incrimination. May na-file na po sa akin na ombudsman po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, yun lang po.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Kong Hoon. Yes, Congressman Adjong.
Yes, Mr. Chair, if there are no other interpellants, I'd like to ask just two simple questions to
Okay,
NBI.
please make it short.
Yes, thank you.
The
NBI.
SDS has a manifestation to make, so please.
I'd like to ask, Mr. Chair, I'd like to address these questions to NBI. NBI po, yes. But I got curious po. A couple of days ago, there was a news that came out of the body double of Mayor Alice Go. I'd just like to know what's actually the relevance of catching this body double of Mayor Alice Go insofar as your investigation is concerned.
Mr. Chair, good evening again. With regards po dito sa sinasabi nating mga body double, no? There was a time na nung hindi pa po natin nalalaman na siya ay nasa ibang bansa, ay nabalita po na nakikita siya sa iba't ibang lugar, no? So, sa pag-iimbestiga po natin, ay may mga natuklasan tayo na meron siyang mga empleyado na hawig sa kanya. At posible, ito ay maaaring isang taktika para ilihis o ilinlang yung mga taong sumusubaybay para po ma-serve doon ang warrant of arrest ng contempt ng Senado po.
So,
Mr. Chair.
ito, Mr. Chair. So, ibig sabihin po, parang decoy siya.
Parang ganun po ang lumalabas, Mr. Chair.
How many body doubles do we probably see? Isa lang po or mga decoys? Isa lang, dalawa, tatlo?
Sa amin pong pagsubaybay, isa lang po yung napansin namin, Mr. Chair.
So ito po ay ginawa deliberately to ilihis yung investigation ninyo? Was there any deliberate in your investigation? Was this done deliberately or in connivance with Miss Alice Go? Of course, with the permission of that particular person having to pose as Miss Alice Go?
Wala naman po kaming nakuhang ganong testimonya. Ito lang po ay isang anggulo na aming tiningnan. In fact, ang nasa pina na po natin at humarap na rin po sa NBI, yung pong sinasabi natin na kahawig niya at nagbigay na rin po ng testimonya sa NBI, Mr. Chair.
Okay. For my final question, Mr. Chair, so ibig sabihin, hindi naman ito, this is just the assumption and there was no obstruction of justice ever committed by this person because you're actually looking for a fugitive and there was a body double that came out. So there was no obstruction of justice ever been committed or established for you to be able to file any pertinent cases against this person, this double body of Miss Alice Go?
Mr. Chair, sa ngayon po ay iniimbestigahan pa po yan dahil meron pa rin pong ibang anggulong tinitingnan dito po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, but we are sure that we are in front of us is the real Alice Go, at least. Tama
Yes,
po?
Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong. Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ma'am Alice, Kasi, may tanong po ako sa inyo. Pilipino po ba talaga kayo?
Opo, Mr. Chair, Filipino po ako.
Ikaw, Ma'am Cassandra, Pilipina ka ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Mahal nyo ba talaga yung Pilipinas?
Opo, mahal ko po ang Pilipinas.
Mr. Chair.
Mayor Alice Goo, naging mayor ka po ng Bambang Tarlac. Every Monday, nagpa-flag racing kayo. Alam niyo kantahin yung Lupang Hinirang?
Opo.
Pwede mong, wag mong ikanta yung last sentence ng Lupang Hinirang.
Ang mamatayan na dahil sa'yo?
Nang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Totoo ba yan?
Opo.
Ba't mo kami pinapahirapan? Ba't nyo pinapahirapan yung Pilipinas? Hirap na yung Pilipinas. Alam mo ba yon? Alam mo ba yon? Hirap na po yung Pilipinas. Kaya tinanong kita kung mahal nyo po yung Pilipinas. Kami po, mahal namin yung bansa namin. Kung kayo'y Pilipino, dapat mahalin nyo rin yung bansa natin. Tinitingnan kita sa mata. Tinititigan kita sa mata. Eye to eye tayo. Kung sino yung matalo, yun yung hindi nagsasalita ng totoo. Diba? Hindi kita titingnan kita talaga mamaya. Pero may tanong ako sa iyo. Kilala mo ba si Michael Yang?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko po kilala si Michael Yang.
Kilala mo ba si Ong Jiang Yang?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko rin pong kilala yung Ong Jiang Yang.
Mayor Alice, dito sa research namin, si Ong Jiang Yang, is one of the 7 individuals whose assets were frozen by the Court of Appeals in relation to the qualified trafficking investigation into the Banban, Tarlac, and it has been reported that accounts linked Hong Jiangyang with transaction amounting to 3.2 billion were used to finance Ong Sheng, a Pogo firm that was raided of its illegal activities and has close ties to Alice Goals of Bao Fu Land Development Incorporated. Naniniwala po kayo dito sa aming research?
Mr. Chair, doon sa research nyo po, wala pong pumasok sa akin na pera at hindi ko po kilala yung sinabi nyo po ng Hong Jiangyang. Pero marami na po ako narinig po na ganun po na issue po about that.
Well, naitanong ko to kasi the topic after this discussion, medyo nagkulang tayo sa oras. Mayroon kaming matrix na papakita sa taong bayan para makita natin yung real perspective, yung real picture, kung sino talaga ang nasa likod ng mga illegal activities dito sa ating bansa. Una, drug activities. Pangalawa, yung Pogo. Pangatlo, EJK, extrajudicial killing. Number 4, lahat ng mga taga-China pumunta dito, namili ng libo-libong hektarya sa ating bansa. Ngayon, napakalaki nito. Alam mo, tumatawag sa akin ngayon. This is our next topic. I will give to Chairman Dan the other question. Chairman Dan,
Thank you.
Hello?
Thank you, SDS, no? For the information of the body, no? A while ago, we were discussing about the Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, which was owned by a Chinese national pretending to be a Filipino who happens to be the brother of Mr. Michael Yang and Hong Jiangyang, which is, according to AMLAC, there is a financial transaction with Miss Alice Go. And looking forward, we have invited the said person who owns the Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, located in Cagayan de Oro City. We invite him to be a part of this discussion, not only because of him being the brother of Mr. Michael Yang and Ho Jiangyang, but of course, his relation to the Alwana compound wherein the PNP inspected the alleged Pogo operation that was operating then before. Now, it has reached to our knowledge that this brother of Ho Jiangyang, of Hong Ming Yang, who is Michael Yang, and Hong Jiangyang, who is being cited already in contempt, now is in the custody of the immigration. Because, accordingly, siguro ilabas natin yung ano, kanina pinakita ko na po yun. Ipakita nga natin yung passport. Ayan. If you remember, Alice Go, yan si Dian Sing Yang, na eldest brother ni Michael Yang, was already apprehended at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport a while ago. And his violation is in accordance with the immigration law. Since in his corporation that he filed at the SEC, can you kindly show the picture of the Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, wherein he is the president. He owns a passport in the name of Antonio Lim. No, the other one. the corporation. Ang corporation. Okay, sige. Okay, dito. Yeah, that Antonio Lim, where his residence that was submitted to the SEC, Yacal Street, Cugman, Cagayan de Oro City, is the same person of the brother of Michael Yang in the name of Jian Xing Yang, the older brother of Mr. Michael Yang. Now, what is his violation? Why he was apprehended in the international Ninoy Aquino International Airport? Because of his violation of these laws in accordance with our immigration policies. Now, siguro, Mr. Chairman, I will brief yung ating pong mga members that yung 2,000, yung mga businesses that he is into. Mr. Tony Yang or si Jian Xing Yang or Antonio Lim owns and started in 2000. He established the Yangtze Group Trade Company Incorporated, which involved different importation. And these are the different companies that he owns. And in here, the Yangtze Rice Mill, Mr. Chairman, dito tayo medyo nag-worry because a lot of hundreds of millions of pesos enter in this Yangtze Rice Mill under the Golden Sun Cargo Examination Service Corporation, which is owned also by the brother of Michael Yang in the name of Tony Yang. So basically, Mr. Chairman, hindi lamang po sa Pogo nagtatago yung ating mga Chinese personalities pretending to be Filipinos, but also in the different corporations. Like this Sanjia Steel Corporation, who have invested 800 million in the PBDEG, Philippine Industrial Area, wherein 22 hectares belong to us. He rented it out, the 22 hectares, where he put also a port, a wharf, wherein doon po nagdadak yung mga ship na kung saan pinapasok po yung mga kargamento papunta po doon sa kanilang Sanjia Steel Corporation. Now siguro pakita po natin yung Sanjia, yung mismong warehouse. You will notice that the warehouse that was constructed in 2018, the same time that Bamban and Porac were being constructed, nagsimula po sila dyan. At makikita po niyo na meron silang port na kung saan easily they can penetrate all the cargos or the different goods that entering their premises, dyan po nila pinadadaan. Ang mabigat po dito, Mr. Chairman, is the development plan that they have submitted in the city of Cagayan de Oro City. Can you kindly show the ground floor plan, the second floor plan, the roof deck, and the third floor plan? You can see the plan that they have submitted. The plan that they have submitted for all those buildings that were constructed, almost the same on those plan that was constructed in Banban and in Porac. Mga kwarto-kwarto wherein the Pogo operation is being conducted. In here, Mr. Chairman, I'll be showing as well the different. I'm not going to show the different financial bank transaction wherein the different exchanges of money that involves those who are in the drug trade. We will withhold on the showing of this matrix. And I think the PAOK TF, kay Dr. Winston Casio, who is now with Mr. Tony Yang, may have the proper knowledge of expressing the whole and the totality of this matrix. But in this matrix that we have seen, Mr. Chairman, I can see prominent personalities that are involved in the drug trade. Most likely, all the drugs that some of those entering in our country pass through that port, hiding in a legitimate business. But, of course, Mr. Chairman, it is just right and proper that we have invited the incorporators of the Sanjia Steel Corporation last week. And unfortunately, they haven't replied. And now that they are under the custody of the immigration officers, then maybe, Mr. Chairman, we can invite them over. Or Mr. Tony Yang, the brother of Michael Yang, can be invited in this Quad Committee. Dahil itong taong to, Mr. Chairman, have been here since 1998 or 1997. He started his business in 2000. So, basically, he know how to speak Tagalog. And we will understand the way that he's speaking. So, Mr. Chairman, siguro for now, because he is under the custody of the immigration, we will be refraining from talking about him for the meantime until such time that that person is here with us in this Quad Committee, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you, Congressman Fernandez.
Mr. Chair, can I just say something?
Yes, Congressman Abante.
It means, Mr. Chair, according to the manifestation of Congressman Dan Fernandez, that there is a real connection between Pogo and drugs, Mr. Chair. And that is what our people need to know, that there is a real connection here between Pogo and drugs and Chinese syndicate, Mr. Chair. I think it would be also good for Congressman Fernandez to
Yes.
tell us of the Cavite Shabu
Yes,
raid.
yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
if I
go
may,
ahead.
as a matter of fact, Congressman Abante, mag-start po sila ng when they started the businesses, yung smuggling ng rice, vegetables, petroleum, and then yun nga ginamit po nila yung PBDEG. They have contracted a memorandum of understanding na kung saan yung 47 hectares will be converted. Gagawin pong yung kanilang tinatawag na Steel Manufacturing Corporation. But you have to realize, Mr. Chairman, that ang laki po ng kanilang tinatawag na kailangan pera para ma-develop po yung lugar. Pero yung kanilang capital outlay, paid up capital is only less than 25 million. So how can they put up a big facility like this, di ba? Na ang kanilang paid up capital is only below the amount that they are constructing in that area. So now, Mr. Chairman, I think there was also in 2021, si Tony Yang was caught by elements of the PBDEG Industrial Authority smuggling rice through the port in Sanjia. These are documented.
It means, Congressman Fernandez, na yung Golden Sun ang nagmamay-ari, si Tony Yang, di ba?
Yes.
Ibig
Tony Yang.
sabihin, sila rin ang involved sa rice cartel dito sa Metro Manila.
And yung pong Yangtze Rice Mill, wherein hundreds of millions pass through their account, dito po nila dinadaan yung mga bigas. Kung pakikita natin lang, pakita na natin yung Yangtze Rice Mill.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr.
can I
Chair,
interject?
I just wanted to show the Yangtze Rice
Okay,
Mill,
after
which
the-
is owned also by Tony Yang, wherein millions of pesos pass through their account, including those who are involved in the drug trade.
Sige.
The name of Nono, Wenson Lee, Michael Yang, lahat po yan andun po sa kanilang transaction. Andun talaga lahat ang kanilang mga pangalan. At andun ang amount. Ayan po, yung kanilang Yangtze Rice Mill. na kung makikita nyo po, ang address ng Yangtze Rice Mill is Alwana Business Park, Cagman, Cagayan de Oro City. At itong Golden Sun, which is owned also by Tony Yang.
Okay.
So, basically, Mr. Chairman, napapagduktong-duktong na po natin yung ating matagal na pong pinag-uusapan dito, 2 years ago pa, na nakikita po natin na talagang may koneksyon ng Pogo, may koneksyon ng mga korporasyon, ng mga Chinese corporation,
Rice cartel.
at meron yung sa drug cartel, meron sa rice cartel,
Rice cartel.
and different kind of smuggling that is being perpetrated by that corporation, legitimized by those Chinese personalities that pretended to be Filipinos.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, kaya pala kawawa ang mga farmers natin. Dahilan sa Golden Sun na ito, puro imported rice na galing Vietnam ang nila pinapadala rito. At ang ating mga magasaka ay nagko-complain na pinababayaan po sila dahilan sa imported rice na ito at kay Tony Yang pala ang Golden Sun, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Abante. Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales.
Salamat, Mr. Chairman. Well, t-shirt lang po. Medyo mahaba-haba, pero mahaba na po tayo sa maghapon na to. Ito yung pinaka-matrix, para may idea lang po kayo. Si Michael Yang, brother niya si Ong Jan Yang. Di ba po? Tapos, andito po si Alan Lim. Yung Alan Lim, siya po ang sa Xiongwei Technology. At yung wife po ni Alan Lim ay si Nono Lim. Ngayon po, dito po sa matrix na to, hindi ko lang po mapakita sa ating big screen, yung C-Dine KG Technology Corporation, yung Turkish Diamond Technology Corporation, si Ong Jiang Yang, nakakonect po kay Baofu Ong Sheng. Sa iyo po yung Baofu, ma'am? Ma'am Alice?
Your Honor, yung land lang po. And before 21
Hindi,
po.
basta itong matrix daw, Baofu. From Ong Jiang Yang to Turkish Diamond and then Siding K Corporation to Baofu Ong Sheng. And then, Mr. Chairman, yung Michael Yang at saka si Alan Lim, yung Golden Sun 999 Realty Development 2017, ang niyayari po nun sa aming matrix, si Rose Nono Lim, si Li Wenzai, tapos si A.D. Taiyang, yung sa'yo, Mr. Karaps, Chairman Karaps, Jack Yang, Ong Yang, Alvin Nguyen, tapos po papunta siya kay Sunflare Industrial Supply Development sa San Simon, Pampanga. At yung Edith Taiyang naman po, Jack yan, nakakonect po yan sa Empire 999 Realty Corporation, kung saan po nakita yung 3.6 billion pesos na shabu sa Mexico under Willie Ong. Si Willie Ong, kasama niya po si Michelle C. at si Elaine Chua. So, yun po, Mr. Chairman, ang pwede kong ma-share for the meantime para at least mayroong konting ideya yung ating mga nanonood sa atin maghapon. Salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales. The last to interpolate is Congressman Romy Acop. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I proceed with my interpellation, may I move that Ms. Catherine Ong be confined sa Correctional Institute for Women for 30 days after she has served her detention for the first contempt that we have issued. So move, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, is that a motion to detain Ms. Cassandra Ong at the Women's Correctional?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, we know very well that Ms. Ong has an ailment. And in fact, just last week, she was just released from the hospital. So maybe this committee should consider whether this move, or if we transfer Ms. Cassandra Ong to the Women's Correctional, this might aggravate her condition, Mr. Chair. So, I believe, for humanitarian reasons, Mr. Chair, considering her ailment, we should reconsider this motion to detain her at the Women's Correctional, Mr. Chair. Or maybe, for that matter, we should let the medical team check on her whether she is fit. Because, Mr. Chair, if something happens to Ms. Cassandra Ong, that would be the responsibility of this committee, Mr. Chair. So on the grounds of humanitarian reasons, this representation would like to appeal that we should reconsider this motion, Mr. Chair.
1 minute suspension.
Mr. Chair. Suspended na pala.
Parliamentary status is that there is a motion by Congressman Acop to detain Ms. Cassandra Ong for 30 days. However, before the ruling of the chair, Congressman Johnny Pimentel made a manifestation, in effect an appeal to the ruling of the chair as to the plan to detain her for 30 days at the Mandaluyong Women's Correctional. Now, I believe, Your Honor, Congressman Pimentel, that we can actually ask the medical team to check on Ms. Cassandra Ong periodically while she is detained at the Women's Correctional. If she doesn't trust the medical director of the Women's Correctional, maybe we can ask that our own medical team from the House of Representatives go check on her, periodically, in order to assure the committee and assure Cassandra Ong that she will be looked after by professionals or medical practitioners. So, since there is a ruling earlier to transfer her detention to Mandaluyong Women's Correctional, perhaps we will implement the first ruling, then maybe wait whether Cassandra Ong, with her lawyers, would file a motion for recon before the Quad Committee. So, I hope that satisfies our Honorable Pimentel.
Mr. Chair.
Therefore, we can continue with the motion of Congressman Acop. Congressman Acop, please proceed.
Now, this is not an objection on the motion of Chairman Acop. I just wanted to find out from Ms. Cassandra Ong, because there were pronouncement issued by Attorney Topacio regarding their intention that their client prepare to be in the Women's Correctional in Mandaluyong City. And a while ago, we were asking Cassandra if this is the same statement that she manifested to her lawyer. So maybe we can ask her, no, Cassandra, is this the real intention of yours to be out of this institution's custody and be transferred to women's correctional?
Cassandra?
Cassandra, ano mo ba yun? Intention mo talaga na kasi ang nararamdaman mo during that time, ano bang feeling mo during that time that
Okay.
you wanted to be transferred in
According
correctional?
to your lawyer, mas gugustuhin mo raw na ikaw ay ma-detain sa women's correctional dahil yun daw ang iyong kagustuhan, dahil kesa ikaw ay humarap dito sa Quad Committee dahil ayaw mo raw na na-humiliate ka o ini-embarrass ka dito sa committee ito. And that was a statement na ginawa ng iyong mga abogado over media, no? Sa isang interview sa social media, sinabi niya yon. Kaya ngayon, because you actually requested for that, and there was a motion earlier which was unanimously approved na ikaw ay ilipat sa Women's Correctional. So anong iyong masasabi? Wala kang masasabi. Okay. In that case, Congressman Acop, maybe we can complete and continue the motion.
Mr. Chair, I would like to repeat my motion. May I move that Ms. Cassandra Ong, because of the contempt that, because we have cited her in contempt, should be detained at the Correctional Institute for Women in Mandaluyong for a period of 30 days. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion to detain Cassandra Ong at the Women's Correctional Center at Mandaluyong City for 30 days. Duly seconded by Congressman Busita. Thank you. Hearing no objection, the motion is approved. Comsec, please advise SAA, Sergeant at Arms, to coordinate with the Women's Correctional for the transfer of Ms. Cassandra Ong. So, Congressman Acop?
Mr. Chair, after she has served the period of detention for the first contempt,
Oh, so the first contempt order will end when? So, okay, the first 30 days detention will end on September 26. So,
Should be transferred.
after September 26, she will be transferred to the Women's Correctional. Okay. So, that's clear. Congressman Acop, you may proceed with your interpellation.
thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that in the next hearing, when the issue would be on POGO, that we invite Ms. Catherine Salazar and Ms. Geraldine Pipito from the
Comsec?
farm of Ms. Alice Go.
Okay, Comsec, please take note of the names and make sure that these personalities will be invited in our next hearing on POGOs.
Thank you, Mr. May I proceed?
Second,
Please proceed.
Mr. Chair, but I also would like to add Ann Jaime, Mr. Chair, the one that she gave the property to at the Alpha Land.
Likewise, Comsec, please take note of the name